All right, when you open your digital mandala file, the first tool you might want to use is the shape tools here. Now, if you can't see your shape tools here, you might want to pull your arrow down on the right-hand side up here on the top. Put that arrow down and then you'll see more of your menu. Shape tools is right here. You have the option of choosing any of these shapes here. I'm going to choose a basic shape to start. I'm going to choose a triangle. So I'm going to place my triangle down by dragging so I can get the size of the triangle that I want. And then I'm going to move my triangle around. I can rotate my triangle by using the very, very top circle and just twisting it. And that will move my triangle around in a circle. So I want my triangle to kind of be facing the center here, the center dot. So I'm going to twist it all the way around. And then once I have it in the right place, and the right size, then I can go up to the color menu, the fill color, and I can change the color of that shape. I'm going to make this a pink triangle. I can also change the line color around to make it the same color. It was black before. I'm going to make it pink. So now that I have my triangle the right color, the right size, and the right position, now I want to copy it 7 more times because I want to make sure this mandala is symmetrical. Radial symmetry means the same all the way around. So I have to copy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more triangles to make sure that I have the same shape going all the way around. One way I can do this is to go to Edit, Copy, Edit, Paste, and now I have another triangle. I can rotate it to the right position so it looks just like the triangle that I copied before. Make sure it's in the same position in this big pie slice here as it is in this one. That looks pretty good. On your keyboard, there's a shortcut. You can click Command C and then Command V to copy and paste as well. So that might be a little shortcut for you instead of going Edit, Copy, Edit, Paste. So I'm actually just going to go Command C, Command V, Command V, Command V, Command V. And now I have a whole bunch of triangles that are the same. I'm going to rotate them around. Put them in each of the pie slices, make sure they're in the same position. And there we go. Oh, I think I need to copy one more. Command V, Command C, Command V. And I'm just being really precise with the placement of these triangles. I want them to look like they're in the exact same spot, so it really looks symmetrical. If I had one triangle all the way out here, that wouldn't look very symmetrical. That looks pretty good. It's not perfect, but I think it looks pretty good. Now, another tool that I could use is the line tools. If I go to this little drop-down arrow here, I can use any of these line tools. And these line tools will help me make my own shapes. So for example, if there are no shapes that I can find in here that I want, I can make my own shapes. So let's see, I'll use Polyline to start. Polyline allows me to make my own type of shape by clicking and dragging. Click and drag, click and drag. I can make my own type of like funky shape, whatever I want it to look like, kind of like a random shape. And I can change the color of that shape and go to the select tool, click on it, and then I can move that shape around. Oops, I accidentally moved my circle. Did you see that? I'm going to go to the undo tool so I can go back a step. And now my circle is back in the right spot. Okay, I'm going to go back and click on my shape and I'm going to copy it. Command C, Command V. And I'm going to put the shape in each pie slice. Rotate them so they're in the same positioning. Make sure I have 8 of them for each of the pie slices. And I'm just going to keep repeating shapes until I have probably at least 10 shapes is a good number to stick to in my mandala. Now, one more thing I do want to show you. Oops, undo. One more thing I do want to show you is the idea of overlapping. So far, all of my shapes are not touching each other. They're just in their own spaces. But it is kind of nice if you do overlap shapes like this. Maybe I want to put a circle on top of the triangle. And once I start overlapping more and more shapes, it just kind of gives my mandala a little bit more what we call depth. Interesting space is created when I overlap shapes. Some are on top, some are on bottom. Just kind of makes my design look a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to keep copying this circle and put it on the triangle in each pie slice. And now so far I have 3 shapes. I've created different patterns in my mandala with 3 different shapes. Looks good. Okay, a couple other fancy things that I can do in my mandala. If I wanted to, at the very end, when I'm finished, I could click on my big circle and I can change the color of that to make it look, ooh, that looks nice. To make it look a little bit more interesting. And what I want to make sure though is that if I'm going to change the color of my big circle, I can still see all the little shapes. So choose a color that makes the rest of the shapes stand out. I really like that one. Okay, so I'm going to keep adding shapes. I can use the shape tools, I can use the line tools, and of course the color tools. There's a couple more options in the line tools. You can make straight lines, curved lines to make different types of shapes, or you can just make a line. If I just wanted to make a repeated line here, I can also change the size of the line if I go to this line weight button and the color of the line as well. And I could maybe make a line pattern. Maybe do like a 1, 2, 3 line pattern and copy that all over my mandala too. So you can use lines or shapes to create different types of symmetrical patterns. That's pretty neat. Okay, I cannot wait to see your mandalas. When you're finished, this should automatically save. You don't have to click any save buttons or anything. So this will be saved in your Google Classroom, and you can turn this file in when you've finished your mandala. All right, good luck.